So I'll give you a little update on the TD8E engine. I finally got the engine kit. Angelo made in England. It might have to stop for a spot of tea. I don't know. Anyway, I got Reliance Power Parts is who put together the kit for it. I've got the block. This stuff's been sitting in my shop for over a week now. I've just been too busy to mess with it. Did get a new oil pump, a new balancer. I got my radiator back from the radiator shop, new core. I'm just kind of going over the block right now and just blowing passages out, be sure we don't have any foreign material blocking anything up. But yeah, I think I'm about ready to start setting things back together. Yeah, heavy little dude. I don't have her balanced very well, but they ended up decking the top of the block, and the reason they did was they said there was some pitting, and I didn't even look at it. I should have looked at it, but they said there was some pitting along where the liner sits in place. So they stamped here, they did 1 or 6/1000 of an inch, which that's not much, 2 sheets of paper. But after they cleaned these up, they measured to see how deep these cleaned up at, and then they decked the top of the block just that much. That really shouldn't affect anything. I went ahead and had them put the cam bearings in. We got a box of parts here, cylinder liner kits, cylinder head, completely rebuilt, new valves, new guides, new keepers, new springs, new injector cups. They didn't have to put new seats in it. I got the camshaft polished. They said it measured out good after they polished it. Crankshaft has been turned 10/1000 on the mains, and that's not nice, but 10/1000 on the mains, and the rod's polished at standard. I've got the rods in a package there. They've got new pin bushings in them. They checked the line bore on the block. The block looked good. The only issue they saw with the block, they magnafluxed everything, they checked everything. Like I say, the only thing they ended up having to do was they just basically took this liner seat, or the part the liner sets in place on, and took it down 6/1000, and then you can see there's still some little pitting from water jackets. So you can see they didn't take much off of it at all. So I went ahead and had them take 6 off of the pistons, which isn't much, but if you're going to take 6 off the deck, 6 off the pistons ought to make sure you're still at the same specs on your compression. The only thing it might change a little bit, which I don't think it'd be much, would be balance on the pistons, but like I say, it's 6/1000, so I don't think that's gonna, on an aluminum piston, is gonna amount to a whole lot. I did weigh the pistons. They're all within a couple grams of each other, maybe 1 or 2. I think they're about 1.5 grams apart, according to my super duper accurate scale, I'm sure. But anyway, been super busy digging. I've got digging jobs going, and I just haven't had time to, you can see I'm just kind of making a mess here right now, but kind of going through parts and boxes and seeing what I got. We got a lot of money wrapped up in what little bit we got here. So torque converter is over there. It's been installed, or everything's been installed in it. New bearings, new seals. Got the pumps back on it. Still haven't found the flex plate, and I'm still trying to determine the material it's made out of. I will say this, you can take a file and cut it, so I don't think it's super hard. Oh, I got a new balancer. I don't know where this was made at, but I just went ahead and bought a new balancer for it. New oil pump as well. So, if I can get the flex plate, I got new rod bolts also. Yes. And these are actually got these. I think they are an actual Navistar part number. I don't know where they're made. I don't know that it has a. I got those at Source One Truck Parts, and they had those in stock. Just another $100. What's another $100? When you're this far in, $100 is, you know, $100 means the difference between. Well, I wish I'd have spent another $100 on it so it didn't blow up. Oh, new injectors. BK Diesel. All my injectors were bad. I took them to a shop to get them. I was going to have a shop in Oklahoma City redo them, and they told me the price, and I'm like, ouch. Got a hold of BK Diesel. They had the same injectors for less money, but I got to ship the cores back. So by the time, you know, by the time I get the cores shipped back, I'll be in a little better shape on it. But anyway, got it mounted up on just an old engine stand. I think it'll hold it up, maybe until I get the head on it in the oil pan. Anyway, I think it's sturdy, plenty strong, but that'll be a little easier to flip it. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update on that, and I know I've been slow on videos. I haven't been putting anything out. I've got tons of footage of digging and stuff. All of the stuff on this engine has basically been put up so far. Trying to keep up to date on it. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm still alive, still kicking, but we still got to get, you know, when I start in on this, I'm going to set the liners in. You're supposed to put a couple of bolts to clamp them down and make sure your liner, which it should be right on the money now that they've had this machine, but I'm going to check it just in case. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't take 10 minutes to check it. So that's where we're at. Big pile of boxes and trash and stuff and a mess. So anyway, I will keep you updated. Can't wait to get this thing together, and then I'm going to take the transmission out of the little TD8. So that'll be another project. I'd like to get this one buttoned up first. I don't want to have this apart and that apart. I had time between the machining of the block and that stuff to work on the torque converter, so I feel pretty good about, I think I got it right. I hope I got it right. I'm pretty sure I do, but we'll find out someday. But like I say, we got a lot of money wrapped up in it, a lot more than what I expected, but I'm still at a probably break even if I would have bought a 4BT and then went through all the motions to find a flywheel, I would be looking for a flex plate for that as well. By the time you buy all those parts, you're going to be at the same place on money. So I think this is a good enough engine to run another, it was built in 78 or 79, I think. So, well, that's a long time. And so that's kind of where we're at on it. Just wanted to give you an update. Appreciate you watching.